Well, first of all, I wanted to make sure that I dramatically took off my mask because it's a Pennsylvania mask, all right? But I want to thank you all for being here. I know you've got a great roster of speakers that have already started and will be coming after me. I saw Randy Weingarten over there, one of our great labor leaders who's from the state of New York, spends a lot of time in so many communities, including in Pennsylvania. So I want you to make sure that you give her a round of applause and give her some of my minutes. But we're here today because care can't wait, right? Care can't wait, and I want to reiterate what was said earlier. We are winning. We're winning on so much that relates to our families. And I want to thank the leaders and the folks behind me who are standing here representing so many people across the country, so many workers, so many people that care about our families and know that that care can't wait. Whether it's the care that's provided in home and community-based settings, all of the good work that's done for seniors and people with disabilities and the workers that provide that care. Let's lift them up and get this bill done on their behalf. Secondly, we have so many Americans involved every day in providing early care and learning for our children, getting that next generation ready for the economic competition of the future. We have to get this bill done to invest in quality, affordable child care and pre-kindergarten education for every 3 and 4-year-old in the United States of America. We've got to get both of those done. We also want to make sure we extend the child tax credit. Giving an example, just one example among many. The state of Pennsylvania, when you look at our population, has a little more than 2.6 million children that live in Pennsylvania. 2.2 of that 2.6 million are now benefiting. 2.2 million children in our state are benefiting from the enhanced child tax credit made possible by that tall guy over there, Cory Booker, and so many great leaders in our Democratic caucus. So I want you to make sure that we continue to press hard for the extension of that great child tax credit, the extension of the child and dependent care tax credit, and the earned income tax credit. So let's lift up those families while we're doing it. Thirdly, in terms of broad categories, family and medical leave, paid family and medical leave. We got to lift that up for our families. Now I'm going to end with some numbers because I'm not a math major, but this is an audience of smart people. And I'm going to walk through two big numbers. Are you ready for them? Yes. 8% and 8%. People are saying, what the hell is he talking about? Well, I have one graphic here. Just hold it up. You can't see it from a distance. You see 16% and 8% on this. The 16% is what big corporations in America were paying before their effective tax rate, before the Republican tax bill of 2017. You know what the 8% is? The number they're paying now. This is produced by good, hard work by staff of the Senate Finance Committee. Here's what it says. The average effective federal tax rate on U.S. income starting in 2018 was 8%. So you're hearing a lot of people saying, oh, we can't increase that corporate tax rate from 21 to some higher number. It's really not 21. The effective tax rate is 8%. And you know that big companies, a lot of them aren't even paying 8. They're paying 0. So it's about time that big companies paid a lot more than 8 and certainly more than 0. It's time for them to pay their fair share to lift up our families. Here's the other 8%. So that's the corporations. What about the extraordinarily wealthy? Here's the New York Times just from about 2 weeks ago. The White House did a report that analyzed about 8 years of income for the wealthiest of the wealthy. This isn't the top 1%. This is the top 400 families. Here's what the White House found. The wealthiest 400 households in America, those struggling families, I'm adding a couple words here, that make between $2 billion and $160 billion. Imagine a family making $160 billion. They paid an effective federal income tax rate of 8%. So the top 400 families are paying 8%. The big companies are only paying 8%. And what we got to do is get this bill passed so American families have a shot. CARE can't wait. Thank you very much.